Well, joining us on NDTV tonight is Congress General Secretary Digvijaya Singh, as it appears today that positions from both the Trinamool side as well as the government side seem to have hardened, even though a window of opportunity appeared to be there last night. Mr. Singh, is that what's happened today? Is there really any room for negotiation left with Mamata Banerjee?
Well, there's always a room till she writes a letter of withdrawal of support to the Honourable President.
So are there any back channel talks currently with her? Is the Congress reaching out to her, talking to her?
Well, I think all efforts have been made, and we hope that she would see reason in whatever decisions we have taken.
But you know that clearly from her statements, she's not budging from her position at all. In fact, she held another press conference today where she strongly attacked the UPA and the Congress party. She's very clear on her three demands on a diesel partial rollback, hike in the LPG limit, rolling back the FDI decision. What does the Congress party think? We've heard from the government about no rollback, but does the Congress party believe that there should be a rethink on some of these decisions?
First of all, let me clear. All these issues have been discussed in depth and detail in UPA Coordination Committee meetings. Now, as far as the FDI in multi-brand retail and FDI aviation is concerned, I think there was more or less a consensus on that. The contentious issue is that of 5 rupees a hike in diesel and restricting the cooking gas cylinders to 6. I think I must put in a record that Government of India recovers about 83,000 crores from taxes on petroleum product and gives a subsidy of more than 1,20,000 crores. Now, state governments all over the country collect more than 1,13,000 crores in taxes, but do not give a single penny of subsidy on petroleum products. Shouldn't they also share the burden along with Government of India? The devolution of central taxes has increased by thousands of crores in the last 8 years of UPA regime. Earlier, the devolution of taxes was only 28%. We raised it to about 33%. I recollect during my tenure as the Chief Minister, we were always under overdraft. Now, except for 3 states of Punjab, West Bengal and Kerala, all states are surplus in their budget. So therefore, I think the state government should also take a decision. Honourable Congress President has very rightly directed all the Congress Chief Ministers.
So you're saying Mamata Banerjee can do the same thing?
At least 3 cylinders.
So you're saying Mamata can do the same thing?
She should do it. She should do it immediately. She should subsidize the gas cylinders as we have done in Congress party ruled states and give some subsidy on diesel and petrol and kerosene.
But she says West Bengal's financial situation is much more precarious than that of other states. That's her argument.
Well, I think this is something which the state governments have to handle. After all, every state government has to manage its resources.
So are you saying that from the party's point of view as well, there's no question of a partial rollback of these diesel prices, of a rethink on FDI? Are you absolutely certain that you will stick to these decisions?
Well, I am not in the loop. I am not involved in the discussions with our allies. There is a separate group of people who are talking to the allies. But I think whatever decision has been taken been taken with a considered opinion and considered view after consulting all allies. And I think what is good for the country is important.
But then where is the room for negotiation with Mamata Banerjee? You're sticking to your position, the government and the Congress on one hand, and Mamata sticking to her position. We're hearing from Congress sources today that you've all but given up on Mamata Banerjee. Now you really don't have any hope that the TMC will come around.
Well, I think earlier also, in the presidential election also, Mamata had a very definite view on the issue of Mr. Pranab Mukherjee as a candidate, but ultimately she relented and she saw reason. So I think in the national interest she will see reason in these cases also.
You really think that she will see reason, because she's been very adamant. There was also a spat today over phone calls and SMSs between Mamata Banerjee and the top leadership of the Congress and the government. She says she never got any message that the Prime Minister was trying to get in touch with her to speak to her, that she was not informed, that the TMC was not informed about the FDI decision. What is your response to that?
No, as far as I know, I am not in the coordination committee of UPA 2, but I have been informed by senior people that all these issues have been discussed in the UPA coordination committee in presence of the TMC representatives, and she had also discussed these issues with the finance minister and the prime minister when she met them.
So then why is she saying that she never knew that this FDI decision was coming?
I don't know, that's something which Mamata can answer.
Let me though ask you about the other, sort of political googly that's taken place today. You've had Nitish Kumar making a rather interesting statement that he would support whoever at the centre, he would support whichever formation at the centre which gave a special status to his state, Bihar, which is something that he's been pushing for a long time. How do you look at Nitish Kumar's comments? Do you think Bihar should get a special status?
Every state asks for a special status, like it's been given to the bordering hill states. But I think this is something which the government of India will have to take a call on.
But is there a window open for an alliance with Nitish?
No, whatever the issues are, they have to be considered favorably to all those states which have a large number of poor people, which are poor on human development index. So I think that all these things are discussed between the state leadership and the central leadership. And what is most important is to see that the states of Uttar Pradesh and Bihar are given a special attention. For example, other states like Rajasthan, Bihar, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, these are the states which need special consideration. And I think there can be a special package for these states.
Okay, it's interesting that you emphasized on UP and Bihar. Do you see Nitish Kumar as a potential ally for the Congress and for the UPA in the future?
Well, I think in this country the real challenge is from communal forces. The kind of infiltration that has taken place in the system by the communal forces. All the political parties who believe in secular ideology have to come together to fight these communal forces, which is a definite threat to the country.
And you think Nitish Kumar is one of them? He's been distancing himself more and more from the BJP.
Nitish has proved his secular credentials time and again, although we have a point against him that he was the railway minister when the Godhra incident took place.
You have that point against him, but you feel that he has proved his secular credentials because of the way he's distanced himself from Narendra Modi. Is that the point you're making?
No, what I'm trying to say, then when as a chief minister of Bihar, he has acted in a way which has brought, so I would say, communal harmony in the state.
Okay, yeah, interesting point there. Let me ask you though, finally, as we wrap this up, Mr. Singh, are you absolutely confident about the numbers as far as Parliament is concerned? Because you are in a much more precarious position today, your government today. You're absolutely confident that you have the numbers today?
Number of political parties which have given the letter of support to the UPA 2 is, I think, 324 members of parliament. And if the 19 of TMC go away, still we have a substantial majority in the parliament. So therefore, I think there is no cause of worry at that on that point.
You are though much more vulnerable to the pressure tactics of the Samajwadi Party and Mayawati in particular. Isn't that something that worries you? And you know that an early election would probably suit somebody like Mulayam Singh Yadav at this time much more. Aren't you worried about what the Samajwadi Party will do?
Well, in politics, people get the government they deserve. The government which has been elected in this country since 1989 onwards is a fractured mandate. So we have to discuss with political allies as to how we can sort of bring about the magic figure of 272.
But you're confident that the SP will stay on board, or as the SP said yesterday, the Congress shouldn't take its support for granted?
Well, in politics, no one should be taken for granted. He is absolutely right. But at the same time, we have to work together.
Are we heading for an early general election, Mr. Singh? What do you think?
Well, I have been predicting on a lot of other things and proved correct, but I am not predicting on this one.
Although you said, and I
But
don't
I am
think...
sure, but I am sure we'll continue till 2014.
You're sure you continue, but if there was a midterm poll, you said that the Congress was ready for that. Is that just bravado or you mean it?
Well, every political party has to be ready for any poll, any time. Is the army not prepared for the fight during peace times?
Okay, Mr. Singh, one final question. Is the Congress-led government ready to prove its numbers on the floor of the House? If there was a special session, as the BJP now seems to be demanding, are you ready for a vote of confidence? Would you call a vote of confidence yourself?
Nidhi, is very ironical. When the parliament is on, the BJP doesn't want to discuss anything. They had an opportunity to bring no confidence motion against us. Why didn't they do it?
But are you ready to face a floor test?
We are prepared for everything.
All right, Mr. Digvijaya Singh, never heard a political party say it's not prepared for an election or prepared for a floor test. Thank you very much for speaking to us on Left, Right and Centre.
Thank you, Nidhi. Thank you, Nidhi.
India's #1 news app just got even better. Download NDTV's new app. Fully optimized for retina display. Full screen view. Faster response time. And Sudoku. NDTV's new iPad app. Download now.